Hello. Welcome to my daily channeling. So today I am going to channel again about a special relationship that is, I don't know if I want to say what relationship it is, but it's one that's close to me, and I would like to ask God to give me some perspective on how I can feel better on a daily basis about this relationship, because I know that all special relationships are the same. Any relationship that's really charged is a special relationship, according to A Course in Miracles. So I would like a mantra, an affirmation to remind me about this channeling, to really just hold the whole message together so that when I feel charged, I can repeat it to myself and feel the comfort that I know will come from this channeling. So, all right. That was random. Dear Kelly, we are always so happy when you choose to visit with us. Much the same, like you would be happy if people watched your videos and, or you got together with someone on the same path and had coffee. Would feel amazing, right? So, we love sharing our wisdom with you. I don't know who we is, but it's the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit's a mystery, so we'll just go with it. So, you would like a new perspective on this challenging relationship. And, okay, so first of all, this relationship serves you because it helps you see something you're uncomfortable with inside yourself. And we know that that in itself is uncomfortable. And it's hard to own that. It's hard to own that. So you want to project your own discomfort about yourself back onto this person, even when you know it's coming from you. Your tendency is to not own it, because they continue to act the way that they do, that bothers you right in front of you when you're trying. And so then it becomes doubly uncomfortable because you're having to own it and they're still having to watch them. Secondly, what you can say to yourself, and this is the true crux of forgiveness, is to say to yourself, they're doing their best. And when you can say that about them, you'll feel it about yourself. You're doing your best. And a lot of this stuff that's happening in your home that you feel like it's so out of control is it's got to play itself out. And you just have to admit that you're doing your best and you just don't know what you're doing. Nobody really knows how to fix what's going on in your house. It's going to be a long-term process to see results, to see changes happening with your family dynamics. Your family dynamics are there, and it is a complicated soup of how it came to be, and the best thing you can do is to not grow it with your own attacking of other people and their reactions to what's going on. So if someone is fighting and screaming and yelling, and then one of the older people screams at them, and then you scream at that person, then nobody is really diffusing the problem. You're just passing it around, like this big dirty ball of energy is just moving from one person to another. It's going to take discipline in the beginning to stop and resist that reactive action. Okay? So that's why you need to do all of this work outside of the screaming. You need to sit with yourself and meditate so that when you're alone with your own private thoughts, there's no one to project it onto. You got to witness your own stuff. And there's nobody else that you can say, oh, he's so annoying. Okay? You don't even have that option while you're meditating. You just have to sit with it. And it's already uncomfortable just being by yourself. That's why Jon Kabat-Zinn wrote the book, Wherever You Go, There You Are. Wherever you go, there you are. If you can be comfortable with yourself, you can be comfortable in any relationship, any country, and on any vacation, and wherever you live, you know, whatever job, whatever you do. If you can be comfortable with yourself in your own vessel, then you can just observe what's happening from the safety of your own consciousness. So if you're uncomfortable in any relationship, it's because a part of you is uncomfortable with you. So again, this is not going to be a quick fix. This is going to be a long-term process of training your mind to connect with your heart. Oh my God, all of a sudden, the rain just started pouring right next to the bleachers. So kind of hoping the rain would go down so I could go running, but I don't feel like running in this. It's cold and it's wet. Okay, so let's go a little deeper with this. I feel like all of that is repetitive stuff. Let's try to go a little deeper. So again, another layer of this is that as you heal yourself, you're healing others. As you learn how to sit with your own chaos, as traumatic as that feels, you're opening a portal of psychic communication with everyone in your soul group to be able to do the same thing. So as you sit with your own self and you repeat to yourself, well, what's your mantra that you should repeat? I am not this body. I am not this body. And what that means is your soul is still pure and innocent. Your soul is still the same soul that God created, pure from himself, herself, out of innocence and love and joy and beauty. However, we're all here tangled up in this three-dimensional flux of a nightmare, trying to get out. You're not this body, you're not this ego, you're not this individual person named Kelly. You're not her. You're an infinite soul that is made of love, that has blockages to love set up by fear and guilt, which make you see the world as a nightmare, which make you see the world as limited and full of fear, okay? It's all a projection of guilt that happened after you, the child of God, said, what if I was separate from God? It was an innocent thought. But you thought that, and then you felt guilty immediately because God gives you free will to experience what you're curious about. So you had this thought, and God said, all right, go on, go have a dream about being separate from me, because you can't really be separate, but you can feel it, and you can choose to stay there as long as you want. And then when you're ready to come home, I will keep the Holy Spirit attached to you so you can find me when you're ready to come home. Hence, that's where we are now. Tired of this nightmare. I'm ready to return to knowing heaven on earth. So, part of that return is forgiving the world for its unreality. Okay, it's not real. And that is what you need to tell yourself. And it will be embodied in the phrase, I am not this body. Because it tells you several things. It tells you that you are not your guilty thoughts. You don't own them. You are spirit. You are still pure in the eyes of God and the Holy Spirit and all the angels. They can still see you as pure. They just see all of you guys, humans, as struggling in this little illusion. Okay? The Hindus call it the Maya, the illusion. Okay, the truth is there, guys. It's all consistent. That's what I've searched this 15 years of esoteric research and spiritual questing that I've been doing. This is the truth. This is how it all makes sense. So, Kelly, as you solidify this understanding in your consciousness, and as you own it and act it and live it and be it and own it with your whole being, the stronger you become with this knowledge, and because you choose to act on it, because you choose to forgive the people closest to you, you really create this dense light. Dense light, that seems like an oxymoron, but like your light is like strong as you act, especially when something is heavy for you that you actually are able to forgive. When you're able to see the truth through the scariest of your fears, when you're able to look, just sit with your fear. You don't even have to confront it. You don't have to confront your fears. You just kind of have to be quiet and don't react to it. That's all you have to do. Just don't react to it and question it. Just be like, is it really true? Could it be that that's not true? Could it be that I don't have to feel upset by that? I don't know, maybe. Just whatever. Keep it chill. Don't confront anything. Don't confront anything. That's bad advice. So, when your fears are big and you're able to release them, it makes you feel like anything's possible. It's not that... And when you do, your light grows stronger. It fills that darkness. The light then grows in you. And as your light grows, you become a beacon for other souls. So what happens, you become a beacon for other souls, which means you are sending psychically information to your soul family so that they can do the same thing and forgive their own issues. But also, you become visible to the darker souls. So information will come to you that is scary also, but you're not going to react to it the way you would have had you not healed. You're going to react to it with forgiveness. You're going to look at it and go, oh, that's a child in pain. That's a child of God in pain right there, hurting. That child is hurting. That child made some mistakes, has not resolved some of this karma that it took on. That child of God signed up for some karma as a pure soul that I also am. It came to earth to be a serial killer so that those victims would experience a bit of this drama and have their own soul lessons as a part of the drama. You guys, there's no other way to explain the evil in the world without this. It doesn't mean when we forgive, it doesn't mean we condone this stuff. It doesn't mean we say, oh, I guess that this is an illusion, so we can just go on hating and killing. It says that the only true healing comes from showing people their light. The only true healing comes from reminding people that they are innocent children of God. And it's not one size fits all. It's not one answer fits every individual situation. Sometimes a spanking is what's right. Sometimes the death penalty just has to happen. But the big message is that you detach from the reality of it. It's not real. Everything heals. Suicide heals. You know, when you commit suicide, your soul holds on to that and takes it with it into the afterlife and has to heal. It has to heal still. When you murder someone, your soul holds on to that karma and it has to be reconciled in its next life. Maybe that's where the victim of murder signed up to be a victim of murder because they were a murderer in their past life. So reincarnation is part of this, and if people struggle with that, then I guess this isn't the right path, because that really is a huge part of this. So the whole point is to stop the birth-death cycle, stop the drama with forgiveness. And it begins with understanding you're not this body. You're not this body, Kel. You are a spirit warrior who has stepped into this very challenging nightmare to bring light in, to bring truth, to bring love, to teach defenselessness. If you are not this body and you are pure light and love and innocent, and you're just stepping into this story, you don't need to be defensive. Because defensiveness makes it more real and attaches you to the drama. And you guys, this isn't simple. Just hearing this one time, I've been on this path for 15 years, and I'm still figuring out how to do this in my daily life. Because I'll tell you, I know what it feels like to get angry and feel totally justified by it. Get angry and be like, well, of course I'm angry. What just happened is worthy of pissing me off, okay? I'm totally justified in being angry. Yeah, but how does it feel? How does it feel to be angry? It feels pretty crappy, because usually we don't have an outlet. Even boxers who have an outlet to their anger in a way that's like violent, they're not taking it out on the person that actually made them angry. They probably feel bad about hurting someone afterwards. So we gotta have another solution for anger. We gotta be able to and the only solution is your perspective of what happened. Because if your perspective says that you're justified in being defensive and getting angry and fighting back, it's just gonna lead to more cortisol flooding through your body and more crappy feeling. But if your perspective is, oh, I can see why he did that. He was just scared. He was just reacting to his fear and defending himself. I totally get that because I've been there. Imagine his face when he slapped you or something, and instead of slapping him back, you go, dang, that hurt. You are hurting, aren't you? You're hurting. I mean, that's kind of unrealistic, but I don't know how I would react if I was enlightened and someone slapped me. But I don't think I would attract someone to slap me in the first place. I think once you're enlightened, your energy body is so bright that people who get close to you actually also feel peaceful. That's how it works. So you actually stop attracting the drama. So you really only attract the drama when you still are holding on to it. It's in your energetic signature somehow. The drama, it's attracting it. Like attracts like. So if you're a peaceful person who's totally forgiving and loving, you're still only attracting the forgiveness lessons that you have to live. See, because this is an illusion. This is This reality is constructed by our Holy Spirit to provide for us the forgiveness lessons that we came to get done. It's not real. It's not real. The cause-consequence cycle isn't what we think it is. It isn't this random, well, you behave this way, so that's going to happen to you. I mean, unless you have instant karma. But it's a totally different construction than we thought it was under this spirituality. So anyway, I'm freezing. I think this is done. I got my mantra. Hopefully I will gain deeper insight into this special relationship. But I think it's just going to take some discipline, being able to sit with my own chaos and not react to it, to be able to not react in this special relationship. I guess it just isn't something that's going to come through my third eye. It's going to have to be something that comes in my whole being. So, okay. Peace and blessings out there in YouTube world. Namaste.